it's funny because like coaching cooks, it's like they, a lot of people that work for me, they're like, they'll get to a point where, they started asking me questions. They've been asking me questions for months. And then eventually they'll come up to me, they'll ask me a question and they'll stop and they'll answer it because they look at my face and they can see the answer. And they're like, he says the same thing every time. Right. And it's, well, what do you think? And then they answer me and I go, that sounds like a good idea. And then they're looking at me like, because most chefs will be like, it's like this, and like this, right. And then I'll talk them through it. Yeah, that sounds good. Why don't you try that? And then it's you start empowering people to use what's just naturally inside of them.
Yeah.
And I mean, like my wife, anybody that calls me, and be like, okay, well, this is how I do it. This is the ratio you need. Because there is some information you need to give people.
Sure.
Like, paella, it's either 3-to-1, 2-to-1. It takes 20 minutes to cook.
Right.
There's things that don't change that are more like the science of cooking, right? But,
sure.
It's like most things you need a structure and then they're organic, right? And the structure is kind of the science of food.
Yeah.
And so once the more you understand the science of food and you understand how your palate works, you understand the flavors in your mouth, you understand the flavors in your olfactory.
Yeah.
You can start really messing with palates and really getting to know food. And then your palate grows. I mean, food is it's better with wisdom.
Yeah.
And so you need that structure, and then you need that organic. And that organic is in people. They just don't know it. It's like, well, taste it. Is it salty? Does it need more salt? It's like, well, what do you think? And they taste it and they're like, it needs more salt. And you go, yeah, it needs more salt.